Good evening. My name is Daniel Miranda. This presentation is for the class of Delay 910, teaching math to bilingual students. And this is really cool because I really enjoy doing this project because now that we live in our society where technology is it's involved, we depend and we use technology for almost everything that we do. Technology is involved, and now that different areas or different aspects of in our environment, such as politics, science, sports, our education, everything, it's using technology, not just because it's just another resource out there, but it really helps us to come up with our answers more accurate and more quicker, and in a better way. And so it's really nice that we can also use technology to expose our students not only just to social media or things that they really enjoy doing, but also use technology in our educational work so that students can be benefiting from our technology in a good way. So one of the apps or one of the programs that I really like enjoying using with my class, it's a GeoGebra. And GeoGebra, it's mainly to teach geometry, but it also helps us to introduce geometry at all levels. So here's going to be a quick overview of what GeoGebra is, and after this presentation, I'm going to take you to the actual web page so that we can play around with it, so to be exposed on this app. So now, what is GeoGebra? We know that GeoGebra, it is a dynamic program to teach math, but more accurate, to teach geometry at all levels. So that's what GeoGebra is. Now, ways to work with GeoGebra. Now, GeoGebra helps us as educators to introduce geometry from a dynamic and interactive way. It helps us to create shapes, um, make measurements, create a relationship between the work that we do, or different formulas, graphs, segments, and every term that has to deal with geometry. GeoGebra has it, and it's very easy to use. So that's a way of using GeoGebra. Now, teachers can really benefit from using this app because it helps us to create our material or our assignments, to introduce it to our students. Now, I in the old days, we used to print paper, but using GeoGebra, we can create an account and have our students to create their account as student, and we can upload work and upload assignments so our students can work using the app. And the app has many resources, so that they can complete their work, and they can use every step. They can use different formulas. They can input even formulas, coordinates, points, and it's very friendly for students as well. So it helps us to create a communication between the teacher and the student, not only in class but also outside of class. And using this app, we can upload different notes, different videos, so that our students can look at them, or can be exposed to them, not only in class but outside of class as well. And it'll benefit from them by creating their assignments easier. And again, now students can benefit using this app by constructing different shapes, using formulas, using steps on how to solve problems. We can make constructions from scratch, whether director or open, resolution or research. So it's really friendly, and it's a good research for our students because they don't just have a calculator. They also have a variety of research where they can create different points, lines, segments, arrays. They can use the coordinate plane to input, to graph points. So it's really cool for our students to use it as well. And knowing that it's technology, well, it's students are very open about it. I remember when we were at the transborder trip in Tijuana, we were able to observe a class, a junior high class, and the teacher, he was using a GeoGebra for the students to I remember they were doing a lesson on proportions. So he uploaded the assignment into GeoGebra, and students were able to use their phones and connect with other students, work in groups so that they can complete the assignment. And also, it was really nice that the teacher not only taught the class in class, but also uploaded other material that was helping the students to solve each proportion problem. So it's very broad, and it's very cool, and it's very interactive for students and teachers. So now let's go to the actual web page of GeoGebra. Now, to go to GeoGebra, it's geogebra.org. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's up here, geogebra.org. And then it's going to take you to the home page, and then you're going to have to create an account. If you want to create it as a teacher or as a student, I have my account as a teacher, and because I use it for some of my students. But then it's going to take you to this coordinate plane. Now, you can download the app, and you can work with different operating system. I use Mac, but it's also for Windows, for Google. So, but in the Mac version of it, you're gonna have this little three. You're gonna have a calculator. You're gonna have the different tools, which is in a circle and a triangle shape, and then you're gonna have tables. But for now, let's go to the calculator. And now here where it says input, you can input points on it. So let's say I want to input the point 5, 3, and then it's right here, 5. Oops. I just inputted a point here. So this is really cool, not only in that way, but also using your mouse here. You can just input a point, let's say here. Oops. If I want to put a point, we can go where it says tools, and let's look for points. And then I can input a point here. I can add another point, let's say here. And you see how I started with point A, and then if I add another point, it takes you to point B. So if you add another one, point C, and so on. So that's one way of using GeoGebra. And now we can also, if you go through the tools, there's a place where you're gonna find lines, like this one right here. Let's say I want to have a line segment, so I can connect point A to point B, and there you go, it's right there. So, and then point B to point C, and so forth. Now you can add another point, and there you go. That's one way of using GeoGebra. Now, if I go to the algebra portion, now we have the information of each point and each segment. So point A is on 10, 10, and the coordinates 10, 10. Point B is on -10 and -10. Point C, you know, it's somewhere in there. It's a very big number. But also you have the segments here. And it gives you the information and the measurement of each segment. So for example, segment BC, it measures 28.71 in a big decimal number. So that's one way of using GeoGebra. Now I'm gonna undo everything, and I'm gonna go again on tools, and let's say I want to add a polygon. So let's say a regular polygon. So I click on regular polygon, and I click on the coordinate where I want it, right here. But then if I wanted the second point to be here, wait, oh, there you go. This is the one, the place where I want it. It says, after you click on a point, this pops out and then it tells you the number of vertices that you want to have, the number of sides. In this case, you start at 4, so it's okay to do a 4. So now we have a squared. Now, if you want to add, let's say a different polygon with, if we say regular, again, let's put it right here. But you want to add it more vertices, so we can say 8, and we click OK. See, now we have a big octagon there. So this is one way of using GeoGebra. If we upload an assignment, our students can actually look for different questions that we can ask as teachers, and then we have the information of every segment, every point. Click in the calculator, and there's also different things that you can do here. You can download your assignment, you can edit, you can export, save. So it's very friendly. It's very nice to stay connected with our students. So this was just a little broad overview of what GeoGebra is. So hope you guys get to play a little bit more and learn more of the little different things that you can do with it, and so your students can be benefiting with it. So this was really interesting. I enjoyed making this project, this presentation. So hopefully you find this page as a resource and my presentation as a way to introduce one of the web pages that we can implement with our students. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful Christmas break, and bye-bye.